Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, as Raila Odinga was unveiling his manifesto, he made some remarks about MITUMBA clothing. And upon making those remarks yesterday, William Ruto and his brigade very fast picked up those remarks and started attacking Raila Odinga that he wanted to ban and kill MITUMBA business. That was yesterday. And the attacks were being led by the likes of Dennis Itumbi, Didmas Baraza, and such kind of leaders. Quite a good number. And even as of today, just some few hours ago, Dennis Itumbi has been aggravating such attacks on Raila Odinga. And he had this to say some few hours ago. Dennis Itumbi, hashtag My Dead People Clothing Challenge. DP William Ruto has bought and clad in MITUMBA. Then you can see photo there of William Ruto some times back. Those are just some of the attacks William Ruto's foot soldiers have been attacking Raila Odinga after Raila made those remarks yesterday. And they are trying to create a picture that Raila is a dynasty who does not understand this whole thing of MITUMBA. That's what they are trying actually to portray here. So in this video, I want us to listen into what Raila said about the MITUMBA business. And then also, we listen to what William Ruto also said about MITUMBA business. We are going to compare the two, and then we are going to see exactly where the truth lies. Listen in to Raila Odinga. Yes. Those remarks by Raila Odinga, yesterday a good number of William Ruto supporters and even leaders supporting William Ruto, they were interpreting those remarks by Raila Odinga to mean that Raila Odinga wanted to render MITUMBA sellers jobless by kicking them out of business. That was the narrative they were trying to perpetuate yesterday. And it seems that that narrative was not actually resonating well with Kenyans. And listening to them today, they seem to be changing their narrative, and they are now trying to look for some flimsy excuse of dead people. But if you listen carefully to Raila Odinga, Raila is stating clearly that his government will not kick anybody out of business or render MITUMBA sellers jobless. What they will do is that the MITUMBA sellers, instead of selling MITUMBA, they will be selling new clothes made in Kenya. And also from Raila's remarks, Raila states very clearly that our textile industry was actually killed as a result of MITUMBA business. And those textile industries were offering our people employment, not only those who were employed in those industries, but even the farmers who were actually growing cotton. So it was a long chain. And in this case, should Raila Odinga and his team form government, then they are going to revive textile industries. So it will be a chain of cotton farmers benefiting. People will be employed with this industry, or rather in these industries, will be benefiting, and the MITUMBA sellers who will be getting their way of, or rather the clothing from these industries, will also be benefiting. So it will be a long chain of benefits. And that's exactly what William Ruto and his foot soldiers are trying to distort that kind of information. So I want us now to listen to William Ruto about the same MITUMBA business. Listen to what William Ruto said some times back about MITUMBA business.
Ndio mambo ya manufacturing. Ile mambo yote tunaagiza. Mambo ya viti tunaagisha. Nguo tunaagiza. Viatu tunaagiza. tutasimamisha ndio hiyo nguo na viatu na all wood products iwe manufactured katika taifa letu la Kenya, na vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya katika ile mpango ya kuzalisha mali tuweze kuondoa umaskini na tuajiri vijana wetu wote. Nyinyi mnanielewa jameni?
Yes. Listening to Raila Odinga and listening to William Ruto, they seem to be talking the same language. Banning MITUMBA. Yes, they seem to be talking the same language. But listening to William Ruto's foot soldiers, they are attacking Raila Odinga for his remarks on MITUMBA, but not attacking William Ruto. And they might be doing that deliberately because they assume that Kenyans do not know that William Ruto had also pronounced himself on that MITUMBA business. So that just exposes William Ruto and his team as liars and propagandists. People who only thrives on lies and propaganda. That comes out very, very clearly. And then secondly, if you listen to Raila Odinga and then you listen to William Ruto, Raila is explaining to Kenyans exactly on how he is going to implement his idea. William Ruto is not explaining anything. And that can mean that maybe William Ruto does not have an idea on how he will actually implement what he is saying, or is just talking but is not serious about what he's saying. That comes out very, very clearly. So that can also mean that William Ruto and his team, they are just maybe playing their normal politics, the ones they always do play. They just talk, and then after talking, they forget about it and do go on with their business. They are not actually serious when they are talking such serious issues. That also comes out very, very clearly. And largely listening to those remarks by Raila and Ruto, and now the reaction by William Ruto's foot soldiers, I'm seeing a people who are clearly disparate. Ruto and his brigade are clearly disparate. They are sensing defeat, and the only way they can remain relevant is actually by inciting the masses using lies and propaganda. And the mere fact that Dennis Itumbi and his team, upon Raila Amolo Odinga unveiling his manifesto yesterday, the mere fact that they only picked this issue of MITUMBA is an indication enough that largely they have no agenda and they just want to ride on some flimsy excuse and reasons to cheat their supporters. And I've been going through some political social media pages. You are seeing some William Ruto supporters, the way they react and even the way they comment, just tells you that clearly they have a problem. They don't just understand on how they think. They don't understand politics completely. There are people who are coming out that maybe they might be intellectually, maybe they might be not very much informed. Let me just use that word. They might not actually be informed. They must just be a people who are either illiterate or they don't understand anything at all. Ruto and Raila are actually talking the same language. But William Ruto's team, they want to cheat their supporters that Raila will actually kill their business, but they are not telling their supporters what William Ruto will also do about their business. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, those remarks by Raila and Ruto actually shows clearly that William Ruto's propaganda by attacking Raila Amolo Odinga has just backfired, because William Ruto also made the same remarks, but his supporters and leaders supporting him never saw any problem with that. So that also means that this propaganda William Ruto and his team are using all they wanted to use has clearly backfired. Yes. They have actually been exposed for doublespeak. They are talking one thing today, tomorrow they are talking completely a different language. Let me stop it there for today. But in case you've bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. Any other person watching us for the very first time outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, again, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.